you. I
Yay!
was like, oh no, come on, Instagram, work with us, please. How are you
That's
today,
been my
love?
week. That's been my week.
Yeah, I feel you. So welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. So welcome to Elegant Conversation with
Thank
Jacqueline
you.
Valdez. And I'm so excited for our next guest. We have the fabulous Lena Fields-Arnold, who is an
Hi.
award-winning poet, songwriter, author. And you got some recognition for Jackie's Way. My name's Jackie. And,
Shout out to Jackie's.
shout out. And your poem that you wrote, Dear Black Parents, really went pretty huge. It went pretty viral.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's super exciting. And then you were also on the Al Roker Show, Celebrity Stars Music Radio.
That was so exciting. I was just so honored to be a part of. When I looked at all the people that he's interviewed in the past, I'm like, whoa!
That's so exciting. So tell me about it.
It was so much fun. I mean, he's just such an amazing person, and honestly, words can't express. You can listen to it on SoundCloud. If you go to the Al Roker Show on SoundCloud, and it was just a great interview. But this one is going to be just as amazing.
Yes, 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 of course. So yeah, so tell me about Jackie's Way, what that is about.
So Jackie's Way is a first in a 12-book series.
Okay.
And it is, I say loosely, but most of the stories are based on real events that happened to me.
Oh, wow.
And growing up, I grew up in a neighborhood that was, I don't know if I say this, anyone who knows this show is going to know how old I am. But growing up, there was a show called Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, right?
I know that show.
So my neighborhood was like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids meets the Rugrats.
Okay.
And so these characters are kind of like a combination of all the different people that I grew up with.
Wow.
So each character is based on one of them. And because I worked in substance abuse prevention for so many years, I worked with a lot of young people.
Wow.
Each book is designed to address one or more risk factors that happen in kids' life and kind of offset them with the protective factors. So this one focuses on bullying and anger management.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Oh my gosh. So how long have you been writing? Has it been something that you've always done since you were really
Since I was old enough to remember.
Wow.
You know, I started really writing at age 11.
Okay.
And
wow.
Once teachers told me that I was good at it, it just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
And then it became cathartic. It became a tool to kind of address a lot of things that were happening in my life.
Wow.
So I started entering in contests and winning contests when I was young.
Wow.
And, I started participating in the ACTSO, Afro Academic, Cultural, Technological, and Scientific Olympics. I hope I said that right. My kids just participated, and they all went to nationals. So I'm so excited. In fact, their award ceremony is tonight at 7.
Oh, wow.
We'll see how they did, you know.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you write, do you find yourself, because I have a lot of friends that are writers too, and I know that some of them will lock themselves up and will kind of like disappear for like days and just get so entranced into it.
That's not me.
Okay.
But I will say, like, I write as I'm inspired. So I have little notes all over the place. I keep a notebook by my bed because stuff will just pop in. I've got unfinished books that came from dreams.
Wow.
And the first book, the book on infertility, started out as a journal.
Okay.
And so I just kind of write out when I can get that way in terms of kind of getting locked, but not so much locked away. It's more or less like, when I'm inspired, I'll just write. And then when the inspiration goes away, I'll just wait until it comes back, and I don't try to force it.
Yeah, I love that. I understand because I resonate with you on that because I'm a dancer. And so sometimes choreography just kind of like flows. And then other times I'm like stuck and I'm like, okay, I can't force this. I'm not feeling it right now. Let me come back to it.
Absolutely. And it's better that way because, you know, if you try to force it, you could just mess it all up.
Yeah. And I feel like it comes across more genuine and more real and just deeper, I guess, when it's more, you know, authentic and it's not forced.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. So your childhood, so you were always writing as you were younger and then journaling. And is there any tips that you would give someone to start journaling or to start a piece that they're wanting to write, or they have thoughts in their head, but they just don't know how to put it down?
That's the biggest thing,
Yeah.
keep a notebook or keep a journal and
Okay.
a pen and just write. And don't worry so much about what it looks like, because a lot of my stuff just starts out as little sentences,
Yeah.
or have, unfinished, broken stuff. And then I come back to it and create something amazing. So no matter how small it seems in that moment, hold on to it and save it. I mean, there have been pieces that I have held on to for years before I went back and did anything with it. So
yeah,
you just never know. But that's the first thing, to just journal. And for those who don't like to write, they have programs now, software programs. You can just talk.
True.
And talk. And I have a lot of people who say, I can't write. I can't write, but I've got this story. And
Yeah.
I say, just start talking. Just start there.
Nice.
And you can always hire somebody to work with you to get the finished product out there, because a lot of people have these great ideas and these great concepts, and they don't know what to do with it, but just get it out there.
Yeah, that's true. Because I've always thought about telling like my story and putting it into something, but then it's like, oh my God, how would I even approach like getting a book, getting it done? Yeah.
And that's the first step, just journal. And then if you can go to writers workshops in your community, go to those, because a lot of them take a class at a community college and just kind of learn about the process. And because people don't understand or may not know, there is a process. Even those who are really gifted at writing, we still often follow a process.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, if you can learn the process of writing a story, it becomes very natural. Some people are just naturally gifted at it and they can just do it. Other people have to learn it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like art. There are some people who are just born, they're natural, and they can just, a friend of mine, Mike Fields, shout out to Mike, and shout out to Leslie, Upscale PR.
Yes, I love Leslie.
But Mike is a self-taught artist. He's actually the one who did the artwork for Jackie's Way for me.
Okay.
He's based out of Columbus. In fact, he's about to move to LA. So I'm so excited about him moving there. So I can go visit him.
Right.
But he's self-taught.
Wow.
He's just naturally good. But even still, he studies the craft.
Yeah.
So that he can learn more. And even me, when I did the book, In the Absence of My Father, one thing I wanted to do differently, I wanted to really focus on the craft of poetry.
Nice.
So I went back and studied poetry. Starting with, believe it or not, Poetry for Dummies.
Very cool. I love it.
I knew I just needed a refresher, and I practiced different poetic forms.
Okay, very cool.
And I love what came out of that.
Nice. Do you want to read us a poem that you have written?
Okay, so I'm going to start with Sister Friends. This is from Strong Black Coffee, and I'm selecting this because, oh gosh, it's been a really weird week with women. Okay. And I just want to remind women that we got to look out for each other.
I love it.
We really got to stop tearing each other down.
Yes.
And so this one is called Sister Friends.
Okay.
And a friend of mine, we kind of wrote this with them in mind.
Nice.
So we are sister friends. Even though we don't always see eye to eye, I still try not to make my sister cry. Can we agree without being disagreeable? And even if we are disagreeable, can we agree that I love you and you love me? So that when I call you, you return my call. Even though in those moments, we may not really want to speak at all. But we don't flex with disrespect because we sisters, friends to the end. Can you dig the vibe we in? Total opposites in the way we often think and dress. Sometimes not understanding one another at all, but still putting up with one another's mess. While trying not to make my friend feel small, helping each other to stand like we both 10 feet tall. Honesty and communication, yeah, that's what it's all about. Like I said, many times me and my sister friend, fuss and fight. But when my candle burns out at night and the demons of life fill me with dread, I can call my sister friend and know she'll be there till the end. Go, my sister. Aww. Go, my friend.
I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's so funny that you say that with the energy with females this week, because on my side, I'm feeling some kind of weird stuff lately going on this week too.
It must be something in the air with women. So. Oh my gosh.
I will send this to them.
So hopefully it'll go better next week.
Yes.
And for all you sister friends out there, you got something going on, you know, I had posted earlier in one of my Instagram feeds, way back when I started, 5 things I want women to know. Hopefully I remember them all. And one is, I don't want your man. I'm not jealous of you. I don't want you to be jealous of me. I want you to succeed. I really and truly want the best for you.
I love it. And
I forget. Okay, look, I'm having a brain freeze. I need to go back. But the general thing is, and I don't know how to say this without, hopefully I won't be offending anybody, but I feel like, and maybe you can attest to this, if there's anyone out there, please jump in.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, whoever said Sister France, don't worry.
Hey, Rex.
I can't see everything up there. But oh Lord, I have another one's brain. I swear when you have kids, you have brain cells that die.
I haven't had kids and I've lost brain cells. So I feel you, girl. I feel you.
But I feel like when you are talented, and I say this because when I was younger, I never thought that I was pretty. I never thought that I was anything, but oftentimes out of the blue, women would just come and say, you must think you are that, or you think you cute, or you think you this and that. And I honestly was not thinking any of those things. In fact, most of the time I'm thinking, how can I affirm you? How can I make you feel better?
Yeah.
And yet I find that even as old as I am, it still happens.
Yeah.
And it amazes me because I really truly care about people, and I care about women, and I just care about all people and want the best. So when people, you know, say things, I'm just like flabbergasted. Yeah. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, women, you stop that. Stop tearing each other down and start looking out for each other, you know, and stop thinking just because you think someone is beautiful that they think they're better than you, because most of the time, honestly, they're not thinking about you at all.
Yeah, and that's true. And I think it might have to do with maybe insecurities or just the way society is. And it's sad because there needs to be more love and more compassion and more support for one another.
Yes.
Especially now with the lockdown and all of the issues with the world going on. It's scary. We already have enough stuff going on. We need sister love, sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
Yes, exactly. So do you find with COVID going on that you're inspired to write more? Are you or are you kind of like
Probably the things I'm inspired to write, Leslie will tell me, don't write that right now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some of the things that I see in here, in fact, one of the posts that I posted, I will be taken down, but, you know, something happened this week. Because there's so much divisiveness and so much negativity. Yeah. And I was a little angry, although for me, it was really toned down, but it was just like, stop messing with people. You know, people are out here stressed. They're going through their stuff, regardless of what you feel about mask or no mask, or how you feel about COVID. We got to respect each other, and I love that. We got to stop the assumptions. Amen. Yes,
J-Rex.
Got to stop the assumptions, and assuming that we know what's going on in people's lives because they're not doing what we think they should be doing. And you know, so just to give you an example, I don't know if this will. I was in a place that didn't require a mask. Okay. And someone, a woman. Okay. Which is why I did. It was part of these crazy, weird women. Right. Just kind of attacked me. Oh no! And I was just, now I had on, you know, my thing, but I had it down because the place I was didn't require. Make a long story short, you know, I just basically told her, I'm grown. You mind your business. But the reality is I've also been in places that did require a mask and people didn't have one on. I'm not going to say anything. At any given moment, I may be that person that doesn't have it on. But if I was to approach someone, I'm gonna approach you from a place of love. And so I'll give you an example. Like when I used to work with young people back in 1,000 years ago,
you
my
look
sister-in-law
fabulous
and I were
for your
driving.
age. Come on now.
Shout out to all the older women. I love being my age. But so we were driving, and it was back when kids were getting shot and, you know, just for crazy stuff. And one of the things they were getting shot for was gambling in the street.
Wow.
So we were driving, and I saw a group of kids, and they were gambling. And I pulled over, and I said, hey, how you guys doing today? And it's like, oh, fine, fine. I said, hey, listen, I can't tell you what to do. I said, but can y'all do me a favor? I said, would y'all please just go in your house and gamble? I said, because, you know, they've been out here shooting people and robbing people, and I just don't want y'all to get hurt. And my sister-in-law, as I'm pulling over, she's like, what are you doing? I can't be over there talking to. And I'm like, but it's about how you approach people. If you approach people from a place of love, they'll respond. And that's what they did. They said, you know what? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I felt like I was too young at that time to be called ma'am, but they were like, okay, we're going to go in. And when I came back that way, they had all gone in the house.
Wow.
And, you know, and I was so relieved because I really didn't want them to get hurt. And they listened. And so that's what we need to do today. We need to come at people from a place of love. If you
love that.
I'm personally not approaching anybody, but if I was, I would just say, hey, do you need a mask? I've got some extra ones, you know, in my bag. And then I might say, you know, I just had a loved one die, and I'm just so concerned. And I just want you to be safe. We need
that. We need more kindness and love.
For sure.
Yes,
because they're stressed right now. People they have lost their jobs. They don't know where their next meal is going to come from. And people's mental health is kind of all over the map right now, and we gotta look out for each other.
I love that. So the poem that you wrote, the Dear Black Parents, tell me about that, because that touched a lot of people's lives.
That was really cool because so how that came about, and I'm trying to remember the year. I can't remember the exact year, but I feel like I can't remember. Someone had gotten shot, a young man. I can't remember. It's so sad that it's happened so much that I can't remember the specific incident. But so I was driving home, and I saw a young man. He was in a suburb, young black. He's maybe about the age of my kids at the time, my sons who were 10. He was by himself walking home from school. And as a parent, after this happened, I'm like, oh my God, why is he walking home from school by himself? And I'm thinking he must, you know, his parents probably have to work. They can't look out for him. So I just started praying for him. And then I wrote that poem when I got home. And so fast forward to George Floyd, there was the lady, she's become a friend of mine. Coolest chick ever. If you're, you know, she'll see this later, but
shout out.
She's awesome, and she's in Texas. And I posted it on my Instagram, and she saw it, and she reached out to me, and she said, "Can I make this into a T-shirt?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And she made it, sent me one, and she wore it to a rally in Texas. And while she was there, she asked a police officer. A police officer noticed the shirt, and she said, "Hey, can I film you while you read this poem?" And he said, "Sure." And she sent me the video, and that's what happened.
That's incredible.
And I just thought that was so cool.
That's so cool. It came from the heart, and it touched people. And it's nice to see that there's people that are still out there that are, you know, feeling the same and are wanting to radiate love.
Yes. And she's awesome, and she's my buddy now.
Oh, I love that. Like J. Rex said, acts of love. Yes, Lena, love it.
Woo, woo. Oh, look, I got my thumb.
Thumbs up. So what things are coming up for you in the future?
Well, one of the things that we'll be working on, and we were trying to do this before, but now we're trying to do it virtually, will be virtual coffee house tours. So kind of like what we're doing now with coffee shops and black bookstores through Instagram, just trying to do that and do poetry readings through them, because the plan was to kind of, travel around.
Yeah.
But now with COVID, everything's kind of closed. Although I am taking a little vacation.
Nice.
So that's the plan.
Okay.
And then I've reached out to an animator to try to do a animation of the book, Jackie's Way.
Very cool.
So that we can try to get it to some places. Because what I would love to see is a children's series, animated series, like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, because the books really have a message.
Nice.
And I just feel like they're good because
Nice. Oh my God. So maybe everyone heard it here first.
Yeah, and it's available on Amazon. And I think if it's still available, I set it up so that you can read it on Kindle.
Okay.
For free.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check
because I want it to get out there.
Yeah, nice. And then you have a blog too.
Yes, Stuff Inside My Head, and Lena Fields-Arnold.wordpress.com.
Nice.
And the title speaks for itself. It's literally whatever pops into my head at that moment is what's going on there.
I love how real you are, though. I love how it's
like look, good or bad.
Yeah, you've motivated me and inspired me to start journaling. And when you said the dreams, I have a lot of really crazy, vivid dreams. So I want to
You should write those down.
Yeah.
Because J.K. Rowling. The books that she wrote, they started out as dreams.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yes.
Cool. Very cool. I'm going to do that tonight.
Oh my gosh, yes. You might be the next J.K. Rowling or something amazing. You just never know.
You never know. That's so true.
I want the first autograph book.
Deal. So what is it that you want to be remembered for?
And I'm so thankful for Leslie for reminding me that I want to be remembered for inspiring people,
I love it.
Inspiring people to be better people, to be leaders, and to just do whatever your dream is, live your dream, and never let age be a factor.
Yes.
I'm going to say my age because I'm not ashamed. I'm 54. I started martial arts at 45 because I wanted to learn. I got my black belt just last year at 53, working on my second degree. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to say that, yay, Taz Stallion, you wrote your book. Awesome. Nice. You got to tell us where it is so we can look for it. But never let age be a factor in anything that you want to do. And I mean that, that's why I love, I'm going to learn how to pole dance.
Yes, you are. I'm going to teach you.
I'm probably going to look crazy.
And I am 48, September 15th, I turn. So shout out to us older
You
ladies.
look amazing.
Thank you. You do too.
You look amazing.
You did too.
Thank you.
Yes.
Because you know what? And I tell my kids, this is just gonna sound really stupid, but it's not stupid. But if you're not dead, you're alive.
Yeah.
So as long as you're alive, there's nothing that you can't do. And I mean, when I'm trying to think, I get my years, 2012, I think. I had surgery. I had a hysterectomy. I broke my toe, and something else happened. I couldn't even move, but I decided that I needed to lose some weight. So I literally would just be on the floor, just stretching.
Nice.
And that year, I lost 75 pounds.
Congrats.
And thank you. I still got some more that I need to lose, but I say that to say, even if you can't walk. There's something you can do, so figure it out, and just be about doing it. I'm thinking about going to law school.
Oh, wow. Very exciting.
Because I figure, I just believe that if there's anything that you want to do it, figure out how to do it. If you got, I regret when I was younger that I didn't work 3 jobs before I had kids, just so that I would have the finances to just do all those things I just dreamed about. And I feel like we let so many things hinder us and we make excuses. And sometimes you just gotta just do it.
Do it. I love that. That's such great advice. Did you want to read another poem on the way out?
Let's see. What are you in the mood for?
I don't know. Whatever. I love your work. It's so inspiring.
I'm gonna read I'll read my signature poem since we're talking about finishing stuff. And I put this in every book, at the end of every book that I write.
Okay.
It's called The Finish.
Okay.
When your dreams have been broken in pieces and your hopes appear as glass shattered, remember it's not how you started, it's how you finish that matters. Though through the course of this life you may falter and the end seems nowhere in sight, remember the sun always arises to displace the dark of the night. Through faith, there are mountains to conquer and yes, valleys yet to go through. But if we trust in the Master, no dream is too lofty for our hearts to pursue. Hope is contained in the spirit that believes on broken wings it can still fly towards the new life and tomorrow as it tosses today's torments aside. In this life, as we strive for perfection, yes, some dreams may become broken and shattered, but remember, it's not how you started, it's how you finish that matters. So finish strong, everybody. You can do it.
I love it. You're so amazing. I love your wording. Thank you so much. Was there anything else that you wanted to tell anyone?
I want to tell at Taz Stallion that I'm gonna look. Let's see. It says your book's on Book Baby. You turned 55 this year. Woo! You just turned 55 years. Amazing. So awesome. So I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be looking for your book. But my website is Lena Fields-Arnold.
Okay.
.com and Instagram Lena Fields-Arnold, and let's see, WordPress lenafieldsarnold.wordpress.com. So come check me out.
Yes, definitely we will. And I have you pinned in our video. So
awesome. Thank you so much for letting me be on your show. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for being a part of the show. I'm so honored you're here.
All right, and I'm gonna be looking for your book now.
Yes, you'll be the first to know. And we will get you dancing.
Yes, you know it.
All right, thank you. Lots of love.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.